Hi, my name is Jolene Piper, and today I'm going to share some thoughts or some things that I learned in my conversations with my mentors and also teachings from the Intermediate Ministerial Internship course. So first I'm going to, over the next couple minutes, I'm going to talk about dealing about like when we leave or transition out of a ministry, and maybe we might have some sadness or grief. What I discovered is that these feelings of sadness or regret, that they can occur even if you left a position on good terms. It doesn't necessarily mean that something bad happened at the church, but you left on good terms and you can still struggle with these feelings. Leaving a ministry has proven that it can bring a wide range of emotions. If you find yourself struggling to let go, which from my experience is harder to let go if you're left a ministry and you're not going directly into a new ministry. Well, there's a few things that I would like you to keep in mind that I have found helpful, and I appreciate them, the advice that was my mentors and even my professor in this class or our instructor in this class, his feedback as well. When you replay your ministry in your thought, and you might think about what could I have done differently, don't allow the enemy to rob you of your memories and the victories. Pastor Larry Osborne says, you have got nothing to prove to nobody and nobody to impress. Do the best you can and take a nap. You got to remember, we did the best we can with what we have. When regrets rise, combat it with thankfulness. Give thanks for the opportunity to serve Jesus as shepherds. Leaving a ministry can be a death of a vision. Have a funeral and allow yourself to grieve. Honor your experience. Letting go can also come through prayer, journaling, and pondering your feelings. When it comes to relationships with people from their ministry that you're no longer serving, you need to remember that your assignment has ended. You are no longer their pastor or their leader. You need to set boundaries. This will protect your heart and it will also protect theirs. I'm not saying this means that you have to cut off all of your relationships, but it might be a good idea to have some distance for a little bit. And if you do continue to have conversations eventually, you need to avoid talking about the church. If you get phone calls about things that have gone badly, you need to redirect them to their new leadership and let them handle it. It's not your responsibility. Your assignment has ended. Now, once you've allowed yourself to grieve and you've established healthy boundaries and you're ready to move forward in ministry, you need to do so with an open heart and an obedient spirit. Do not force situations or positions. The distance between your past ministry and the new ministry is up to God. T.D. Jakes shared several thoughts in the internship course. He says that when God gives us an opportunity, you don't have to just jump right on it. You're supposed to look at it and see, what can it be? An example he's given is that God gave us trees. Now, God gave us trees, but he didn't make chairs and he didn't make tables, but he gave us the imagination to look at that tree and to see what it could be. T.D. Jakes also encourages us to try something. Don't be afraid. If it doesn't work out, it just means that that wasn't the thing, but it will be the thing that leads to the next thing. I know for myself, so much of my identity has been wrapped up in what I do or my title. And when that title is gone, it's easy to feel lost. And I wonder, who am I? Well, we need to learn to not be so focused on our title or position to give us our identity. Who are we as a person? Who am I? T.D. Jakes warns you to not be limited by your title. It can keep you from doing what God has for your life. Think about the Apostle Paul. He had many titles. He was a writer, a thinker, a speaker, a tent maker, to name a few. He was progressive. Paul did not limit himself to his title, and he was a person of influence. Identify your seed, and then you will be fruitful. Wherever you find yourself today, whether you're actively serving in a ministry, maybe you're grieving the loss of a ministry, or you're searching for that new assignment, I want to remind you of Philippians 3:13 through 14. Let's take a look at that, reading from the New Living Translation. No, dear brothers and sisters, I have not achieved it, but I focus on this one thing, forgetting the past and looking forward to what lies ahead. I press on to reach the end of the race and receive the heavenly prize for which God, through Christ Jesus, is calling us. So I want to encourage you today. Keep pressing on. God is not done with you, and you've got an assignment. Thank you for listening.